Hello everyone, so we are back in Bangalore from our Goa trip that we've had. We've been back for a couple of days now and we've just been settling down a bit and unpacking our stuff. And after that, I also just want to give you guys a review on the roads we've travelled, because we've taken two different routes going towards Goa as well as coming back, as well as the place we stayed at and the places that we visited while we were in Goa. Okay. All the links will be down in the description of all the videos we've made, as well as the places we visited. And so you guys can just go over there and have a look and see. So for traveling towards Goa, we've taken the Bangalore to Shimoga, to Honavar, Gokarna, and then into Goa itself. That route is a very decent condition, and from the 20 kilometers or so that we've traveled out of the 600 plus kilometers, that was about bad condition, was about 20 kilometers. But in general, the road was in very good condition. There was hardly any trucks and vehicles on the road, which made it a very nice travel because you don't have to be too worried about all the other vehicles around you. The places where you go through is quite like a bit of a jungle that you travel through, but if you travel this during the day, it's a very scenic route that you would take. Also, when you go into Gokarna itself, it's a very religious and spiritual place as well. There's lots of temples over there, so it's quite a spiritual journey as when you take this route. So definitely a route that we would recommend for people to take. Then when we got to Goa around about 11 o'clock in the morning, and we stayed in a place called Jayo's Homestay and Villa. Now this place is a 2 BHK home in a complex, and what makes it nice is, first thing for us, is we always look for parking for our vehicle, and this is one of the few places that had sufficient parking for vehicles, so that was definitely a plus point for us. Also, it was a nice cozy little home. It's a self-catering place, so you've got a kitchen to do all your own cooking, 2 bedrooms with 2 queen beds with a bed each, as well as 2 bathrooms with a geyser for nice hot water. Okay, and what was nice also is on this property you've got a restaurant called Chili and Spice, and they are very reasonably priced. Their food is very nice as well, and like I said, they're on the property, they're clean, and the staff is also very friendly itself. Okay, then also the complex did have a pool, okay, which from where our home was, it was looking straight out onto the pool, but unfortunately due to the pandemic situations, the pool was closed, or pool is still closed, so we couldn't use it. But even though it was closed, it was still in an immaculate condition. It was clean, the water was blue, so it was very inviting, but unfortunately we couldn't use it. So then, so that was the place we stayed in. It's the link of the place is also down in the description. Then we also, being in a self-catering home, you would be needing rations, you know. So we found a small little place. It's called SNS Desi and Broiler, and their link will also be down there. Is where they sell live farm chickens as well as farm fresh eggs. Definitely recommend to go and visit this guy. His chicken is really tasty. It's one of the tastiest chicken we had in a long time, and it's very clean. He's also very friendly, so definitely go and give him a visit as well when you need to go and get your chicken. Then also we found a little supermarket which is called Oxford Arcade, and this little shopping center or little supermarket has got everything under one roof, from your rations up to kitchenware, and for you guys that like to have a drink or two, they've also got alcohol in the store as well. So definitely also one of the supermarkets to go and visit. That is also about 2 kilometers from where we stayed, and then the chicken place was also about 3 kilometers from where we stayed, so really close by. Also, once again, their links will be down in the description, so you guys can have a look and see exactly where they're located if they are near enough from where you'll be staying. Then we've also gone to visit quite a few different beaches, and the reason why we visited these type of beaches is the fact that they were quiet. We like quiet beaches, we don't like the busyness, and they are nice for kids to go and play because it is flat beaches. They are clean as well, compared to Baga and Galangut, where there's a lot of broken glass and bottles and things lying on the beaches. These beaches are a bit smaller, They are very quiet, they are very clean. They've got ladies coming in the mornings to come and clean the beaches, so you don't have any garbage and rubble and things lying on the beaches itself. So the beaches that we went to go and visit was Anjuna when we got there, but that wasn't really a nice beach for us. We also went to Vaddo, we went to Arambol, Osran Beach, Vaddo Beach, and then the last beach we also went to Morjan Beach with a G, not with a J. And we also went to Quorum Beach, which is very far up north, and it is actually right next to Maharashtra. So that's also a very nice beach. Quorum Beach is very quiet as well. It's a very slanted beach, very steep. So that's not really a kid-friendly beach for kids to go and play. Also, there's a lot of Russians in that area, so in general, it's a very quiet beach. When you go to Quorum Beach, also don't get a fright if you do see people walking around without clothes. It is just because it's quiet, they just get very relaxed, okay? So those are the beaches we went to go and visit. And now for the trip back. For the trip back, we came from Goa through Hubli into Bangalore, and the GPS took us through a route where there is no signal. Okay, so leaving Goa, we went straight into Maharashtra, and there's no signal. We had both Geo as well as Airtel networks, and we were like, okay, well, what are we going to do now? The GPS isn't working, Google Maps isn't working, we've got no network, what are we going to do? So we did it the old-fashioned way, where we had to stop and ask people of, are we traveling the right route? Is this the way to get back into Bangalore? We're not sure. And luckily there's a lot of good people out there still that helped us to ensure that we get back to Bangalore safely. Now also the road traveling from there, when you get out of Goa, and not just not having network, the fact that the ghats that you travel through is extremely steep, as well as got very sharp hairpin turns. So you like turn and you go up with quite a steep slant. If you aren't a very experienced driver, not a road to be traveling, as also as well, not to travel this road during the night because of the visibility. Also traveling through Maharashtra, driving through those ghats, we got to the highest points, which they've got a very nice viewpoint up there, which is called the Talari Nagar Valley viewpoint. Beautiful view when you actually finally do get on top. I think that was like the best part of the entire trip, going through the ghats over there. Then also there was a thing of the roads are in really, really bad condition. There's potholes everywhere, which also makes it a very difficult road to travel. So when we finally got onto NH48, the road condition there is horrible. On Google Maps you'll find that they will say there's about 5 or 6 different road closures or diversions. It's actually a lot more. There's diversions about every 1 to 3 kilometers depending. And the conditions of the road was really bad. There's a lot of dust in the air, so visibility is minimal. So that also doesn't help. And then also there's a lot of trucks on that road, and when you go off on the diversions there's a lot of potholes. They've got speed breakers which is very high, and because there's no signs to say that they've got diversions, you don't have enough time to actually slow down or stop, so you can actually damage your vehicle. Also they're making a 3x3 lane, so the construction work going on there, being 3x3 lanes, there's no lines painted on the highway itself, so it makes it difficult, especially driving at night, to see where you are going. Then there's also, like I said, with the diversion, there's a lot of construction work, so there's a lot of dust in the air, which also hampers your visibility. So visibility is also very minimal on that road as well, so that doesn't help either. Okay, then you've also got, there's no places to stop. There's no places to fill your vehicle with petrol or diesel unless you see them when you pass. Okay, they're not on the highway itself, and there's no place for you to turn off and to go back to them. So definitely not a route that we would recommend traveling until they've finished up with all of their construction work over that side. Okay, before you guys decide to travel, especially if traveling long distances, please ensure that you've had your vehicle checked beforehand, meaning your brakes was checked, you've got oil and water checked, all your lights are working, your tank is full, because there's not much places to stop and fill your tank. please ensure that you've got enough water to drink as well as some snacks to eat, and you can also pack your food because once again there's not a lot of places to stop and eat. And I'll also put a link down in the description regarding a vehicle emergency kit, which is called like a starter kit. It's like a battery, backup battery for your phone, as well as you can start your vehicle with it, and it's got a flashlight all in one. We got something like that similar in South Africa, and I found one on Amazon which is quite similar to that as well. So guys, if you do travel, please travel safe. Enjoy. If there's any of the quieter beaches that we haven't visited or seen, please let us know where they are, because we would love to go and see them. And our next trip will most probably be to South Goa or Pondicherry or Kerala, depending on which one we decide to go on to, probably in the next year or so. So guys, have a good time if you do travel safe, and we'll see you soon.